Welcome everyone, this is Eddie with Joe's Gaming and Electronics, and today I'll be showing you guys how to clean your Bose QC35s. This could be used for a couple different headphones. You can take the general idea here, but I'll be showing you guys today on how we do it to the Bose QC35s. You'll need a few tools, like a microfiber towel, some rubbing alcohol, doesn't have to be in that container, some Q-tips, just basic household items, and some sort of brush. If you guys watch any of my other cleaning videos, you know how much I love this little guy. This brush is just awesome. I can't stress that enough. We do sell these, and I think we're in the process of creating a whole cleaning kit for headphones and earbuds and stuff, so stay tuned for that. Check the link in the description, could be there, and you guys could get a sweet cleaning kit. So to get started, I would like to first use my little brush, get it damp with some rubbing alcohol. You can see there, it kind of has that shine to it. We got it wet, and I'll start with cleaning the button. Sometimes you get some dirt buildup, just some gunk from everyday use. So then I'll turn it on, and then slide the switch, and then clean it in between there. And now I'll come with my microfiber and then wipe that off, and that should clean off any gunk you have. This could take a few tries, just kind of working that brush and getting it out, but now you see the button itself is clean. For their worth, new vocabulary, we move on to the buttons here. Volume, control, play, pause. Again, get some more alcohol on that, and I'll work all up in between those grooves, working any just grime or lint or whatever gets built up. Sometimes some hair can get caught in there. I have seen it all. So luckily this pair today isn't too dirty, so there's not much of like a satisfying transformation for you guys. But nevertheless, we will clean whatever is on here, and just know that it'll be clean. Then I'll work on the top of the buttons, and then just kind of wipe it down. And the beauty of using rubbing alcohol is, since it's alcohol, it dries fairly fast. So you get in there, I like to then take an edge, since it's thin, and you can get that edge worked in there, and then wipe off all that excess. Maybe blow on it if you have an air compressor or compressed air of any sort. Give that a blow, and that's that button. Pretty clean. You get any gunk, and then if you see it's maybe a little wet inside still, that'll dry off in a minute, maybe less, and we're good there. So now, if you have the version 2s, you'll have this accessory button. If you don't, then you're big chillin'. But if you do, just follow that same procedure, and just work the brush in between in that groove there. Give it a nice wipe down. The same dealio, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful. You should have cleaned that out nicely. Now we have a few spots we can go to. It's kind of personal preference. I just like to get all the corners and areas like that, and then move on. I will attack where the hinge swivels in here in the cups, so you get some gunk buildup in there. So again, that same process. And the beauty of the brush is, you can see I get in between here in that thin spot, which gets missed a lot when cleaning. And that'll work all the gunk out here, and then we can just wipe that. And then again, putting the towel the thin way, we could work it in between here. I'll even sometimes put it through like this, and we could slide that in. And that should clean that out quite well. You can see in there. And then just repeat for the following corners there. Just for sake of time, I will move on to the next step. So I don't, you know, time is valuable, time is money. So I'll keep it compressed for you guys. It's like a zip file. You could extract it IRL in real life. You know what I'm saying? So now what I like to do is these little holes here for the microphones. You got that NFC logo. This is where the brush is like key. Places like this, it could really work all that junk out. And then you just wipe it off. Beautiful. And I'll work on all these microphone covers, all these ports. Agitate, wipe out, just like that show. The good old days. Now, sometimes these screws right here, they'll fill up with junk. And so this is the best way to clean it out. I have found you have some junk that goes into that hex on the inside there. So get your brush wet, and then I just scrub a dub and hit it from a few different angles. Really working it in there. And then you could just literally, it'll come out on the outside, wipe away, and then I'll wipe my brush if there's really a lot of stuff in there. And then you'll clean that out. You'll be impressed. You'll be like, wow, Ed was right. He was onto something there. Best thing I've ever bought. These are customer reviews. Sure, I might be the customer review. Nevertheless, it is a customer review. So now, same thing with screws. These screws can a lot of times collect just some grime and grot. Again, get a little wet with your alcohol. Work it in. Try a couple different angles. And you literally wipe it off. It'll be on the outside. Wipe your brush again. Bam. If you are just like at home and you want to just use what you got, you could also use a Q-tip. Saturate it in some rubbing alcohol, and you could kind of just pop it in there, spin it around, try a couple different angles, different pressures. And I have had luck too before I found the beautiful brush method with this Q-tip. I just kind of work that. It takes a little longer, that's why I do like the brush. So again, remember, time is money. But in a pinch, Q-tip will work. Brush will just kind of agitate better, but a brush will work. You know, that's all I'm saying. Now, when cleaning, that'll kind of cover the basics there. I will get my microfiber towel, get it wet with that rubbing alcohol, then I'll, you know, scrub a dub, and then again unfold. Do like the single layer, and then you could pull through. And just wipe away, wipe. Beautiful. Then get a dry clean spot, wipe that up. If there's still any little spots in there that might be wet, again, in a couple seconds or a minute, it will dry off and be pretty nice. Same thing here. I do like to use the brush on these letterings, since it is kind of, it has like these little lines, and sometimes they pick up some junk. So I like to scrub the letters both vertically and horizontally. And that really ensures you get any gunk out of there. Wipe away. Again, if it's really caught up with some junk, you may need to do this multiple times, but there you can see. Ooh, look at that. don't mind the scratching just from normal wear. Yours may have the same thing, you know, but that is how you do that. Then I'll just dampen it with some alcohol and then just do a full wipe down. And why I do that first is, oh, you can even see how fast that alcohol dries. See that? Beautiful. But again, why I do these letterings first is so I get any of that grime and grot out. And then when I'm wiping, I'm not rubbing any of that deeper into it or all over the panel. Hacker man. Now, you could use again the brush, places like this as well. Really helpful. Again, in a pinch, you can also use a Q-tip, but just even a toothbrush. Preferably not a used one. A new one would work better. But hey, you could clean off that toothpaste. If you get a little toothpaste in some of these areas, you come back over with some rubbing alcohol. It will clean up. But again, preferably a new toothbrush if that's what you're using. But I just find these little brushes to be beautiful. Also, I haven't talked about the secondary feature. You see that? It's like a nice little metal pin, very thin. Beautiful for working in areas like this. If you really got some in there, or you got like some hair that's sticking out, you want to get a good grip on it, you just kind of pop it in here. Be careful not to kind of damage that rubber, because there's a rubber lining that these plastic buttons sit on. Just be mindful there, but you can really get into areas such as that. Again, for these screws, using the same thing. I'll open this up, get my towel damp, and then wipe in there. If you really got some that's not coming out, feel free to use your brush, but usually these areas don't get too grimy. And again, dampen the your towel, and you can rub that headband cushion. And I like to tap to get this very lightly damp, and I'll carefully agitate this cloth part of the cushion. And the rubbing alcohol really does work wonders, and it could get some, like if you have some staining out in here or something, this rubbing alcohol could get that out for you. And if it's really bad, go in with the brush, very light pressure, because the brush could damage this material, potentially cause it to tear. So cloth on cloth with the little rubbing alcohol as a barrier in between them, and it helps clean it out very nicely. Now, kind of the final thing here is I've covered all the bases except for ear pads. If your ear pads are in good condition, sometimes people have had luck with tossing them into the washer, and people get good results. You gotta be careful and picking the right settings. Each washer is different, so I'm not gonna give you guys a setting or say you should, but people do it. So you can toss it in with your laundry, clean them up, or if you have that rubbing alcohol, this is really the best and safest method I have found. So again, get my towel damp and just work it out. You know, work it out. When in doubt, work it out. You can quote me on that. And I'll just work in circles, up and down, side to side, and really work in all those grooves. And then work on that inside there, that same way. And you can really get this cleaned out nicely. And now I'll pull it out simply by pulling up and out, and then out. You kind of feel it out, and here we could clean this underside. I would recommend replacing these ear pads if you want, because there's that kind of yellowing from that earwax. A little gross, but if it's your personal, you want to save some money, you could kind of wipe it off, get most of it out, to be honest, since the outsides are still good condition. And then here's why I pull them out, because now when you have them pulled out, you can pull back here and really clean in this groove here that you can't really reach when they're in there. So again, pull towards myself and then wipe in that groove. Beautiful. And now again, same thing goes for this mesh here on the inside. Get some rubbing alcohol on your towel, and I'll just wipe down and work that gunk off, then you'll notice the way these pads are made. You can follow that groove since they're going this way. You just work with them and it'll help get a lot of that junk off and out. Different part of the towel, wipe up, bam, pretty darn clean. And now install your ear pad. Simply slide in, you have all these clips around the perimeter. So I'll start with the top, slide in, and you can kind of see indents. You'll be able to see indents on your ear pads from where the clips used to sit. And you could literally line those up and it'll sit beautifully just as it once did in the same exact position. But what I do here is press, I kind of pull it in and then put it under the clips. But even with just providing some pressure down and in, you see that? The clip just grabs it and it sits nicely. Bam, there you go. That was it. It's that simple. Hopefully you guys learned a couple tips and tricks with your boy Ed here and enjoyed the video. Feel free to like the video if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't, but let us know why so we can improve. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave a question down below. We do our best to answer all your guys' questions in the comment section, and we love hearing your feedback. Again, this has been Eddie with Joe's Gaming Electronics. Check for links below for any of the tools I really used in this video. We should have a cleaning kit out soon for you guys. So again, stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out our channel for more just cool videos with reviews, repairs, anything. Again, Eddie with Joe's Gaming Electronics. Hope you guys enjoyed and have a phenomenal rest of your day.